Okay. Oh, that is no good fun. Let's see. And there is none of the game audio coming through, is there? There we go. And now, there should be good, I believe. Okay, so, just going to put out the on Twitter. Hey. There we go. Awesome. Oh, today is a wonderful day. So, just reset you. Oh. It's still going? Okay, awesome. Awesome. I'm just going to take care of a few things before we actually start. Has begun. Okay, so, let's see, we'll dick around in the tutorial, while we give it a couple minutes for people to start up, and then I can just steal this character. When we actually start. This game looks so much different than I remember it. Like, I mean, I played this game roughly around the time it came out, but it's changed a lot. For cool. It's changed a ton since the original the original version, because this is the enhanced edition. And it's basically the original game running on the system, the engine, that's the word, the sequel and its expansion pack, which means, and it's also using Icewind Dale 2's portraits, which is really weird, but, you know, oh well. Multitasking is not my forte today, but yeah, so it's got all of the Icewind Dale 2 portrait packs, which is weird because it doesn't have any of the Icewind Dale 1, I believe. Let's see. Excuse me. It doesn't have any of the Icewind Dale 1, I think, because I'm pretty sure... And it doesn't even have all of them, it just has a really select few, which is weird. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. It's more portraits that we can take advantage of. You can pick your own. I am not going to do that. I don't want that portrait. I want... Where are you? There you are. The really fun thing about this game is that since there's a limited number of portraits, and I think the Baldur's Gate series was the only one that did this, if you picked a portrait that another character was supposed to have, it had secondary portraits, which was fantastic because there's a couple that are close enough to how the creators wanted the characters to look. But honestly, I don't think I ever ran into the guy who used this portrait. I have no idea if I ever did, because I usually would pick this portrait. Like this was one of my big great job, mage. Awesome. Grocery shopping. Totally being professional right now. But the let's see. Wow, brain is so working today. I don't think I ever I generally play the character that I'm going to be doing today. That was my go-to. There's a couple class, race, etc., like ideology viewpoints, I guess, character archetypes, not in the like 5e or Pathfinder sense, but like, you know, the good, like the paladin, which in this game, since this runs on AD&D rules, not on like D&D rules or like 3.5 or 5e. This runs on AD&D, so that means that you can only be a paladin if you are human. You can only be a lawful good human paladin. That is the only way it works. But sorry, I am so good at multitasking today. That's the way it works. You can only be a human paladin. That's why it wasn't showing up here. But I am going to be playing as a ranger. Now, in the original game, there wasn't really a I can just show you. This didn't exist. There weren't class kits. There was just, you know, your class. It was AD&D rules, so you didn't have like Rangers, Archers, Stalkers, Beastmaster, you had Ranger. Same for every other class, except for Mage, which had this. And, like, you're limited to which, like, schools you can partake in, but by just your race. Like, your race is a big determiner of how and what you can do. But we are going to be playing as a Ranger. Oh. Actually, no, let's do something different. I usually play a Ranger, but we're going to do something a little bit different today. Let's find someone... Yeah. This is usually what I go with if I don't. You have picklocks. Pickpockets. So the big reason to go with one, like, elf, the big reason not to go with elves for some of these games is that they only, like, they can't be raised from the dead. They have to be resurrected. But I can't remember if this is one of those games where if you die, the game is over. We will pick... We'll go with, we'll go with elf. And we are going to be a thief? Huh. Let's see. Also, this is the greatest, one of my favorite soundtracks. Like, this was the first D&D game that I ever played, and, like, this soundtrack was my basis for all future soundtracks. It just, like, ever since this soundtrack, like, this has been a staple. Like, the version that we got when we bought this game, not this game, but the original Baldur's Gate was the, like, Game of the Year edition, essentially. So we got the Baldur's Gate base game and then Tales of the Sword Coast, both of which are included in the Enhanced Edition. We're going to play as a thief. Yeah. We are probably going to go with thief. Just normal old thief. Because I really like just normal thief. But the soundtrack for this came in the box that we bought. So, why is it so small? Why is it so small? Let's see if this will fix it. We'll see. But we're going to play a true neutral because alignment really doesn't mean much in this game. Stat rolling in these games. The way I usually did it was I set everything to 10 and then stored it. I have 16. That's not that great. I mean, it's not terrible, but you can do this for as long as you want. I usually try to get, like, a decent amount of points. I think, like... Yeah, we've got 19 here, so this should be pretty okay to go with. We're going to go with Dexterity, Intelligence, and... we'll do Charisma, because that's the only one that really actually affects us. Like... Charisma isn't really important. Why is it important to the druid? Interesting. Let's see. We're gonna go with short sword. I mean, there's no reason not to go with long sword, I guess.